Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to this talk. So my name is Dyan Rahma and I'm from 12 grade and I'm from absence 5T. This video I make for complete my English test that I should make some video about talking in English about some topic, and today I want to going with the self improvement topic. So here we have the timer. Isn't this cute? So I got the timers because my English teacher wants me to talk about the topic 4 minutes, and it's not about this opening and not the ending too. So it's a different, just 4 minutes for the topic. So we're going to talk about how to rebuild our life today. So what I mean is how we can rebuild our habits, our life. Maybe some of you think that life is so heavy right now. Like maybe you get a downgrade, or you get a bad marks or something like that, and sometimes it feels like, oh, why the world is not into us, why the world is not choosing us. We always feel that the world, the universe isn't with us every time we have a bad luck. Okay, that's why here we are. I have been there too. I have been some people who thinks that, am I really not good enough for this, or am I really not good enough for that? It is. I am someone who really thinks that, have I give enough for that? And today, here we are. I rebuild myself. I take a change to start my new life. And I want to share about how I rebuild myself. The first one is I try to forgive myself. Forgive all your mistakes. Forgive everything that you think that you have doing wrong. Because if we didn't doing wrong, we didn't know about the right answer, right? Sometimes when we make a mistakes ourselves, sometimes when we make a mistakes, we choose to blame it to ourselves or to another person. That's why there is some negative talks that will ruin your life. That the negative thought that will making your life chaos. That's why I start. At first, I'm not born in the really happy family. Okay, I'm not born in the, oh my God, she's born in the supportive environment. That's why she can talk like that. No, people. I'm growing up in the environment that I have to make a step. I have to show something to make them believe me. That's why in today the first one is I try to forgive myself. You too, okay? Everyone have to forgive themselves. Everyone have to forgive their mistakes. Why? Because if we didn't forgive our mistakes, we cannot learn by them. we always we always blaming ourselves without we look around. We look about the mistake. What is the problem? What is makes that not possible for us? That's why sometimes I feel so mistaken about something. That's why I always get embarrassed in the social life, because I always feel like every step I take, I always make a mistakes. But today I learned by them. I learned that I have to get a mistakes. I have to get it wrong if I want to get it right. So basically, it's really a good example. Like when I get a bad grades, past me will ask like, oh my god, I didn't capable to this task. Oh my god, why I get the bad grades? I am the smartest one, and something like that. I will blaming on myself or any environment around me. I will blaming like, oh, maybe because the teacher isn't good enough for teaching or something like that. I blaming everything. But when I reflected today, why I cannot pass the exam, why I cannot pass the test, I reflect to myself, why? Oh, because when I get the exam, like I always feel the exam is really simple for me, so I don't learn about it, which is that's one of the factors that make my grade are low. That's why for now I really, every time I get the bad grades, I always reflect, why can I make this mistake, why can I make this problem, why cannot I solve the problem. And I always say to myself, every time I make a mistake, I have to forgive myself. I have to like, oh, this is not the end. This is not the way, like this is not the end of my story. This is the new lesson that I have to take. That's why every time I take a mistake, I always learn by them. The second one is forgive and reconnect. I know that I wasn't born in a good family, okay? I cannot say it's a good or bad because everyone have their perspective, but for me, I born in the caste family. So you know that sometimes we need to cut off someone from our life, but because some of the people cannot be cut off, that's why we have to learn to forgive them, forgive their mistake. Maybe your parents, maybe your brothers, maybe your sister, or maybe someone who you think you close to them. They are just human. They have a same mistake as you. You make the same mistake as them too. Maybe they hurt you because you hurt others. Maybe they hurt you to get you a lesson about this life. It is not about someone who don't like you. It is about you, what you can control. You cannot control everyone. You cannot control your mother, you cannot control your fathers, you cannot control your siblings. You just can control yourself. That's why when you can control yourself, you can forgive them. You have to forgive them, because if you put it on yourself, sometimes it feels like it getting heavier in your heart. That's why I, for myself, I try to forgive everyone that give me a traumatic. I try to things that, oh, it is 10 minutes? I don't know. Okay, just continuing, okay? So I try to forgive them. I try to reconnect to them. I try to hurt why they doing that, why they making some things like that. I always ask them, or I always think before I met to them, and I get reconnect. I know that I cannot believe them as like before, but at least I have forgive them. I don't have any bad feeling for them, negative thinking about them. I choose to love myself to get me peace. So that's why I forgive them. The third lesson is start with a little things. It means you have to make a change. Even it is just a little. You have to take a change. You have to take a step. You have to take one step before you can run. You can run after you taking step. That is why I have a story. This is about my habits, my um my support habits. Like every morning I get up from the bed, and I think like, okay, today I have to run. Okay, today I have to taking a walk, because my brain is not braining if I didn't take a walk. That's why I feel like I have to take a walk for some moments. That's a little step, and from there it's become my habit. Have a little walk in the morning before I'm doing something. It's become my habit today. It start from a little step. It's same as you want to learn some I think like basic skills. I mean like learning something that you want. You just have to learn it step by step. Like if you want to learn Mandarin or you want to learn Japanese, you can do it if you take a step. Take a sample. If you want to learn Japanese, you have to learn hiragana, you have to learn katakana, and that is small step. Just remember the alphabet. Just remember the ABC or something like the hiragana, the katakana, so you can focus on what you're doing. The fourth point is start journaling. People, if you didn't know, I get my journal like this, and it's just one of my journal, and this is full of my experience, full of my creativity, and full of my sorrow, full of my what it calls full of my pain. Yeah, and I get it too in this diary. I get journal here, I get my dream here, I get my everything that I want to tell to, that I cannot tell to someone. I tell it to this journal. Journal isn't about something that over. It's about talking to yourself. Take a step back for a minute to get rest, to get know what you want. You have to know yourself before you know that what you want to take. Like when I was feeling blue, I always take a journal and I write down why am I sad? Why am I feeling like this? And if you guys know, if we want to rebuild ourselves, we have to evaluate what our mistakes, what is something that we want to change. That's why if we want to change something, we have to know what the mistake we had. We take example, maybe because like I always make the dumb here, the dump about my feelings. I always think that am I good enough for the college I want? Am I good enough for uni I want? And I always talk in here. I always talk like why I'm questioning myself, why I don't believe myself. I always ask why. In here there is so many why I want to rebuild myself, why I want to forgive everyone, why I have to do this and I have to do that. And from this I can reflect all of my past, all of my mistakes, and from that I can think, oh, what should I do next? What should I go? What should I take? What step should I take? That is why today I strongly confident that I can rebuild myself, because today I have morning breaks. Every morning I have break for myself. I have talking to myself, that I get the affirmation for myself for the good things. And now happily I can live with a smile on my face. I mean, like every time I get the wrong things, I never blame anyone again. I never blame the environment or even blame myself, because every time I choose to blame others, it is like wrong. I never want to blame others. Even when I blame myself, I always think, why? Is it about my habit or about what? Okay, that's why today I'm in the class is more hopeful, grateful, and I'm more smarter, because when I think about it, when the past me try to answer something, it always the wrong things. But today, when I have clear mind, when I protect myself, I can get it right. Oh, the last thing. This is the point 5. I'm sorry I put it in the end. It's about cleaning your room. Yes, it is really. I know that my room is haven't cleaned, like, yeah, it's still messy, but I clean it step by step, like the third point. Okay, I clean it step by step, and whenever I saw the spot that I have cleaned it, I always think like, oh my god, I'm satisfied about it, and it is clear my mind. Okay, when we want to clear my mind, we have to clean our environment, we have to clear our room, we have to clear our friends, we have to choose ourselves, we have to become more positive with choosing ourselves. Please don't think negative. I don't mean like negative is negative things, okay? So because sometimes we need to think negatively, but don't make it ruin your life, ruin your day. Don't make the bad mood, don't take the bad mood seriously. Don't make it to ruin your day. That's it. Anyway, I think it's almost more than because the timer is up like this, because the timer is half done. And hey, look at this. This is my cat. So cute, right? Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. I make this video is for my teacher. So Miss, I'm so sorry if you feel like this is haven't good enough. I'm sorry, but thank you so much for watching this. I know it's almost full yapping, but I hope you guys take the point of what I can say. Okay, I want to help you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. And maybe it's almost 10 minutes or more. It's okay. Okay, just thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next video if I didn't forget to make the new video. Bye. Hello miss, so this is my setup. I'm sorry I'm using this. Jadi ini I want to tell you that I don't use any of text. I'm looking to the right here for thinking, because this is so very clean, so I can think clean. And I take the video on the night, so I get really sleepy. I'm sorry, so I hope you understand. Thank you, miss.